Once again, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel, R International, and I am your professional trainer for IELTS, Deepak. And today we're going to discuss about a topic, losing things. As you know, IELTS has a three-part for speaking. Speaking has a three-part. First is introduction. Second is a long turn for 2 minutes you have to speak. That is a cue card. And third one is a follow-up. So we are going to discuss about the first task, and the topic is losing things. Okay, let's not waste time and let's move to straight away. Before I move, I would request you to kindly watch the full video. Do not skip and follow each and every instruction which I am going to give you in further this video. So પહેલેથી છેલ્લે સુધી વિડિયો જોજો, દરેકે દરેક સ્ટેપ્સ ટિપ્સ એન્ડ ટેકનિક્સ ફોલો કરજો. I am sure જો તમે આ ફોલો કરશો તો you will get a good score in your speaking part 1. Most of the students are having a myth, એક માઇન્ડમાં એવું myth સેટ કર્યું છે કે પાર્ટ 1 કે પાર્ટ 3 નો કોઈ સ્કોર નથી or એટલું બધું ઇમ્પોર્ટન્સ નથી. But I would say remember this is your aptitude test, અને જ્યારે કોઈ પણ ટેસ્ટ હોય તો ટેસ્ટના દરેકે દરેક ક્વેશ્ચન્સ કે દરેકે દરેક પાર્ટ ઇક્વલી ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ હોય છે. તો ટાસ્ક 1 ને પણ એવોર્ડ નહીં કરતા, તમે ટાસ્ક 1 માં સારું પરફોર્મન્સ આપશો તો તમારો સારો સ્કોર આવશે. નોટ ઇન જસ્ટ 1, I would say 3 of them, they are most important part. Okay, so once again, don't skip the video, stay tuned, watch full video and follow my tips and techniques, and I'm sure you will get 8+ in your speaking part. So first question of the topic, losing things. જ્યારે એક્ઝામિનર તમને સ્પીકિંગ ટેસ્ટ શરૂ કરશે, ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન પાર્ટ પૂરું થશે, લાઈક વોટ્સ યોર નેમ એન્ડ એવરીથિંગ, ત્યાર પછી the examiner is going to ask you or going to inform you first, let's talk on some specific topic. તો ત્યારે એ તમને કહેશે કે let's discuss on the topic of losing things, and he will ask you a certain or such first question, do you often lose things? See, question fixed નથી, it depends on examiner's point of view, or it is like it depends on examiner. એને જે રીતનું અનુકૂળ હશે એ પ્રમાણે એક ક્વેશ્ચન ડિઝાઇન કરશે, બટ ટોપિક વુડ રિમેન સેમ. જો લૂઝિંગ થિંગ્સ હશે તો સમહાવ આવા ક્વેશ્ચન આવશે. ઓકે, સો ધ ફર્સ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન ઇઝ, ડુ યુ ઓફન લૂઝ થિંગ્સ? કે તમે શું ઘણી વખત વારંવાર, ઓફન ઇન ધ સેન્સ લાઈક રેગ્યુલરલી, કે ડુ યુ રેગ્યુલર લૂઝ થિંગ્સ ઓર ડુ યુ રેગ્યુલર મિસ ધ થિંગ્સ? ગુમાવી દો છો, ગુમ થઈ જાય છે, ખોવાઈ જાય છે તમારાથી વારંવાર, તમારી જે પર્સનલ થિંગ્સ, પર્સનલ બિલોંગિંગ્સ ગુમ થઈ જાય છે. સો યુ હેવ ટુ રિપ્લાય ઇન એડેક્વેટ લેન્થ. મોસ્ટલી સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ આર ડુઈંગ અ મિસ્ટેક, કે જ્યારે આનો આન્સર આપે છે તો કહી દે છે કે જો યસ હોય તો યસ. જનરલી આઈ મિસ મેની ઓફ માય બિલોંગિંગ્સ સચ એઝ માય મોબાઈલ ફોન, my car or bike keys, my notebooks and sometime my wallet. આટલી રીતે જો આન્સર આપશો આટલો તો ખોટો પડશે. ઓકે, સો એના માટે તમારે જ્યારે પણ ક્વેશ્ચન આવે, એઝ આઈ ટોલ્ડ યુ અર્લિયર, ઓલવેઝ ફોકસ ઓન વાય. બરોબર, આ એક વાય તમે ક્લિયર કરશો તો તમારો આન્સરની લેન્થ થશે, એક એડિક્વેટ લેન્થ થશે, અને એક્સપ્લેન કરો એને પ્રોપરલી. સપોઝ ઇફ ઇટ્સ મી, do you often lose things? If I say yes, why I lose things and what I do to prevent losing things. If it is no, so why I don't lose things and what things or what measures I take to stop losing things from myself. Okay, so આ રીતનો જ્યારે તમે extended answer આપશો તો perfect band score આવશે. So do you often lose things? If I talk about myself personally, I generally do not forget things. If it is lose, you can use the word forget. Okay, so if I talk personally about myself, I do not forget things generally, but yes, sometimes it happens with me as well, because I am a human and it is common losing things in each and every human. But to not to lose things, I take certain steps, such as I always keep my things on specific location or a specific space, such as whenever I enter into my house, I keep my bike keys on a specific location, and also I keep my wallet in my drawer or in my study on the top of my study table. When you respond in such way તો તમારો એક સ્કોર છે એ genuine score થશે. Okay, so again, do you often lose things? So don't fall in a short answer, always provide an adequate or perfect length in answer. Okay, do you often lose things? If I talk about myself personally, I generally always take care of my personal belongings such as my bike or car keys, my goggles, my wallet, as well as my books. When you get such things or such questions, I would request you કે તમે question ને always એક length માં response આપો, short માં answer નહીં આપતા. કે ભાઈ do you often lose things? It is not that way કે આપણે simple straight away answer આપી દઈએ કે no, I always takes care of my belongings and I never lose things. I always remember my things such as my mobile, my car keys, my books and my wallet and everything. નહીં, તમે જ્યારે પણ રિસ્પોન્સ આપો છો ઓલવેઝ ફોકસ ઓન યોર વાય, કે તમે જે તે વસ્તુ ભૂલો છો તો શા માટે, નથી ભૂલતા તો શા માટે, ભૂલી જાઓ છો તો તમે કયા સ્ટેપ્સ લો છો ટુ રિકલેક્ટ ધ થિંગ્સ, ઓર તમે એ વસ્તુ ના ભૂલો એના માટે શું સ્ટેપ્સ લો છો, અથવા તમે ભૂલી જાઓ તો શું કરો છો, નથી ભૂલતા તો શું કરો. આઈ મીન ટુ સે એક 5-7 લાઇન્સ એડ કરો તમારા આન્સરમાં, એન્ડ ફોર દેટ perfect piece of answer, check the next slide for my perfect example or perfect sample of model answer. So check the next slide. Question number 1, do you often lose things? I would not say I often lose things, but it happens on a few occasions. Generally, I am quite meticulous about keeping my belongings in designated places, which helps me to avoid misplacing them. However, there have been instances, especially during a particular hectic periods, where I have misplaced items like my keys or phone. It's always a bit panic when I can't find something important, but I usually manage to locate it after through approach. Next question is what can we do to avoid losing things? Means કે એવું હતા કયા સ્ટેપ્સ છે કે જેનાથી આપણે જે વસ્તુઓ લૂઝ થઈ જાય છે પર્સનલ બિલોંગિંગ્સ, તો એને અવોઇડ કરી શકાય, અટકાવી શકાય, that we don't forget losing things. Okay, so for that what can we do to avoid losing things? So we need to provide steps like first we can do something, second we can do something, additionally we can do something, or moreover. Okay, linkers are the most important. સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ એક મિસ્ટેક એ બી થાય છે જનરલી કે આઈ હેવ નોટિસ્ડ ઓફ મેની રિસ્પોન્સીસ ઓફ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ કે વેન આઈ આસ્ક ધેમ ટુ ક્રિએટ એટલીસ્ટ એન એડિક્વેટ લેન્થ, એક સ્પેસિફિક લેન્થમાં આન્સર બનાવવાનો તો બનાવી દે છે, લાઈક 5, 7, 8 ઓર ઇવન 10 લાઇનનો આન્સર બનાવે છે, બટ દે ફોરગેટ ધ મોસ્ટ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ થિંગ, દેટ ઇઝ ધ લિંકર્સ. ઓકે, સો linkers are most important, which help you to present your idea perfectly and it helps the listener, જે સાંભળનાર વ્યક્તિ છે એ પણ એને સારી રીતે સમજી શકે છે. એટલે linkers are the most important. So for our question is that what are the steps or what we can do to avoid losing things? So like to avoid losing things or to keep all the belongings on safe place or never losing things, we can take certain steps or some method, or I would say some method or some adequate system would be increasingly or would be most important in our approach of not losing things. First of all, we have to use a specific spot or even a specific location to put our belongings on a same place every day, such as, फिर एग्जाम्पल आपो, જ્યારે શું કરો કે like first of all find out or create a specific spot or a specific location where we can keep all our belongings on regular basis. Then provide the example. For example, we should have a bowl. We should always keep a bowl on top of the refrigerator where we can keep our keys in there, or we should have a key hanger beside the, or we must have a key hanger somewhere on top of the switchboard where we can hang our keys. It can be car keys or it can be the keys of the bike. Okay, first, additionally or moreover. If it is first of all, so go for the moreover. We can use technological approach, or we should use the technology or technological approach to take care of our personal belongings, such as with the help of mobile. Example આપવાનો છે. For example, in our mobile we can use the tracking. Okay, some applications which are extremely helpful and free of cost online, which we can use to track our devices, or we can set a reminder to remember or memorize specific things. Okay, and last, in my point of view, last, whenever we are leaving either our house or the office, we have to recheck or we have to double check whether we had taken all the things, whether we took all the things or all our personal belongings such as our keys, our wallet or books or bags, everything on intact position or not. Okay, so those are the things we have to keep in mind, not to, or to avoid losing things. Okay, do you understand? The question is how or what are the steps we can take or initiate to avoid losing things. For that we have 3 strategies. A person should intimate or a person should take care of their personal belongings while taking some steps. For first of all, he has to, or person has to decide a specific space where he can keep his personal belongings, such as they should have a bowl on top of the refrigerator where can then keep their keys or purse or wallet, or even they can use a key hanger to hang the keys of cars and bikes. Additionally, they can use the technology to set a reminder or track devices. There are a number of applications which are free of cost, so people can use it and they can save their things or they can save the time. Additionally or moreover, while leaving either home or while leaving the office, they should check, recheck, or they should double check their belongings whether they took all the things with them or not. Okay, for that the perfect sample answer or perfect model answer, check the next slide. Question number 2. What can we do to avoid losing things? To avoid losing things, developing a systematic approach is crucial. One effective strategy is to make it habit to keep frequently used item in a specific spots. For example, having a dedicated bowl or keys near the door, or always placing your phone on your nightstand can prevent misplacement. Additionally, embracing technology can be incredibly helpful. Using tracking device or apps for items like wallets and keys can save a lot of trouble. Another useful method is to double check that you have all your essential items before leaving any location, which can prevent the frustration of losing things. Question number 3, that is common people like question, why do some people tend to lose things more often than others? Okay, they are looking to compare things. Okay, there are some people, એવા અમુક લોકો એવા શું છે કે જે compared to others, બીજાની સરખામણીમાં, okay, more often મીન્સ કે બીજા લોકોની સરખામણીમાં અમુક લોકો એવા કેવા છે અથવા શા માટે એ વસ્તુઓ ભૂલી જાય છે. બરોબર, we have a certain group, they are asking a question to classify the two group, કે અમુક લોકો જે નથી બોલતા, અમુક લોકો જે ભૂલી જાય છે. Two way you can answer here. બે રીતે આપી શકાય છે કે એવા લોકો જે શા માટે ભૂલી જાય છે compared to others, first way. Second way, એવા લોકો જે ભૂલી જાય છે અને બીજા જે નથી ભૂલતા, તો એ શા માટે નથી ભૂલતા. બંનેની ક્વોલિટી તમે કહી શકો. ઓર there are 3 ways. પહેલો રસ્તો કે લોકો શા માટે ભૂલી જાય છે કમ્પેર ટુ અધર્સ, એક એ રીતે આન્સર આપી શકાય. બીજો કે જે લોકો નથી ભૂલતા તો શા માટે નથી ભૂલતા, તો એની ક્વોલિટીઝ કહી શકાય. એન્ડ ત્રીજો રસ્તો બંને મિક્સ કરો કે અમુક લોકો આ રીઝનથી ભૂલી જાય છે જ્યારે અમુક લોકો આ રીઝનથી નથી ભૂલતા. ઓકે, આ રીતે જો તમે બંને ગ્રુપમાં આન્સર ક્રિએટ કરશો તો આઈ એમ શ્યોર એક તમારી લેન્થ છે એ મેન્ટેન થશે. લેટ્સ સી હાઉ. ઓકે, કે why do some people tend to lose things compare or more often than others? So there are so many reasons. Okay, why છે? So they are asking reasons. So you can start with there are so many reasons why people are losing things or why people are losing their personal belongings, losing or forgetting their personal belongings more compared to the other. There are various reasons, many reasons. First of all, people who have a lack of organization, people who are not aware how to organize their day, how to plan their day or how to plan their regular activities, they generally forget things compared to others. For example, one of my friend, he is having a hectic schedule but it doesn't like to organize or plan his day, and because of that he always tend to lose many things throughout the day. Second reason is because of many people in nowadays or in this busy schedule life or in this stressful life, people are living either stressful or a busy life, and because of having a stressful life and busy schedule, generally people forget things in hurry or in rush. For example, while getting late for the office, generally people forget things such as keys or wallets while leaving the house, and another reason is absent-minded personality or forgetful nature. People, it is generally disorder. It can be considered medically or psychologically. It is considered as a disorder that people have a forgetful nature. They generally are not found serious, keeping their things on safe place or same place every day, and because of that forgetful nature or absent-minded personality, they tend to forget things. Okay, so those are the things, they are the why people lose things. Another way, જે મેં તમને કીધું કે why people don't lose things. So on the other hand, people who are master in organization or who love to organize their days or who love to plan their daily schedule, they generally do not forget anything. Second thing, when a person is living a fast life or living a fast life or stressful life, if they keep a note or set alarms or reminders, they do not forget the things. And most important thing, the person who have a forgetful nature or absent-minded personality, if they focus on some doing mental exercise such as meditation and yoga, if they perform regularly meditation and yoga, so it is less likely they forget the thing. Okay, તો આ રીતે તમે આન્સર આપી શકો કે એક તો કે એવું ગ્રુપ કે જે શા માટે આ વસ્તુઓ ભૂલી જાય છે, એક એવું ગ્રુપ શા માટે નથી ભૂલતા. ઓકે, આ રીતે આન્સર કરશો, you will have a length and you will have a perfect 9 band answer. For sample answer, perfect answer, check the next slide. Question 3. Why do some people tend to lose things more often than others? Some people tend to lose things more frequently due to variety of factors. One major reason is a lack of organizations. Individuals who do not have a systematic approach to managing their belongings are more likely to misplace them. Moreover, people who lead particularly busy or stressful lives might be more prone to distraction and forgetfulness, making them more susceptible to losing things. Another contributing factor could be a natural predisposition to absent-mindedness or having a lot on their mind. Ultimately, staying organized and mindful can significantly reduce the tendency to lose things. Okay, question number 4. What will you do if you find something lost by other? બીજાએ કોઈકની વસ્તુ ખોવાયેલી તમને મળી તો તમે શું કરો? સિમ્પલ છે. I will hold the thing, I will keep that in my pocket and will go to the home. Right? No, it won't be a proper answer. If I would get such question in my exam of IELTS, definitely it's for fun, don't worry. But the legitimate answer or the general answer would be that if I would find something which is lost by some others, like while going or while moving around in a shopping mall or while walking around on a road or on street, if I find something which is not or which does not belongs to me, what I would do is first I will try to find the owner. ઓકે, પહેલું કામ શું કરીએ તો એક કોની વસ્તુ છે એ ગોતવાની કોશિશ કરીએ. હાઉ? If it is a mobile, for example, if I find a mobile phone and if it is unlocked, I will try to find out the contact detail of the owner. I will contact the person who owns who owns the mobile, and I will ask him to collect the mobile back. And if it is wallet or a purse, then I will open it and will try to get the visiting card or contact details. I will call the person and I will hand over the belongings to that person back. And if it is something else or where I cannot find the owner, such as if I find the wristwatch or a chain, necklace or a ring, expensive or gold or kind of diamond ring, I would generally contact the lost and found office located in the shopping mall, and I will hand it over to those officials. Additionally, if I would be walking on a street or road, and if I find something and unable to find the owner, original person who belongs to the things, I would visit the nearest police station. So there are three ways that returning things back to the original owner. First of all, it depends on the situation. If I would be roaming around or wandering around in a shopping mall, and if I find something such as a mobile phone, what I would do is immediately I will try to unlock the mobile phone and will contact the owner and will hand it over back to the person. If something rather than wallet or a mobile phone, if I find such as a chain, necklace or even a diamond ring, I would move to or I would rush towards the lost and found office of that specific area and will hand it over to the official who is working in that. And if I would be walking on street on road, if I would be walking either on street or on a road, I will contact the nearest police station and will hand it over to the police officer so that they will find the original owner and can return the things back to the owner. Okay, and for perfect model answer, check the next slide. પણ ધ્યાન રાખજો, આવું કંઈક વસ્તુ મળે ને ખિસ્સામાં નાખીને ઘરે નહીં વહી જતા. Question 4. What will you do if you find something lost by others? If I were to find something lost by someone else, my first step would be to see if I can identify the owner. For instance, if it's a wallet or a phone, I might look for identification or contact detail to reach out to the person directly. If I am unable to identify the owner, I would turn the item over to the lost and found office if I am in a public place like a mall or a park. Returning lost items is not only a common courtesy but also an ethical responsibility, as it can bring a great idea of relief to the person who lost it. Next question, question number 5. How do you feel when you lose something important, which is important for you, or something which is important? So what would be your feeling? So now you have to describe the feeling, your sense or your feeling. So how do you feel and why do you feel something and how you get it over? Okay, તમને શું ફીલ થાય છે, શા માટે એવું ફીલ થાય છે અને એનું સોલ્યુશન તમે કઈ રીતે આપો છો. આ 3 સ્ટેપ્સ ક્લિયર કરશો, you will have a length or adequate answer. Let me give you example. How do you feel when you lose something important? Whenever I lose something important which is extremely important for me, whenever I lose or for in some cases or in some instances, when I forget something to bring with me while leaving from the house to office or while leaving office from to home or in vice versa. Okay, so whenever I forget something which is important for me, initially I panicked and starts frustration, like feeling of panic and frustration. Okay, so those are the things like we can. Additionally, if something which I find it critical to collect it back or find it back, I even face the anxiety as well. But I control myself. Whenever I lose such things such as either my wallet, my mobile phone or even something which is expensive, I feel panic and frustration. Additionally, if I find it hard to get it back, I started feeling, or I generally start feeling anxiety. But I I control myself. Rather, rather being more and more emotional, it won't work me to get the things back which I have lost already. My emotions or feeling sad will not be helping me to getting those things back. So rather than being emotional, I always focus on retracing those things which I forget. Okay, so answer કંઈક આ રીતે બનાવો કે how do you feel when you lose something which is important to you. So if I lose something while moving around, either going to office from the home or leaving office for my home, I generally feel panic and frustration. If I find it difficult to get it back, I even face anxiety. But I know, I try to hold myself, or I try to control myself, or I always try to control my emotion, because I know being emotional would not work or would not help me to get those things back. So rather being emotional, I always try to retrace or always try to remember where I kept those things last time, or where I have seen those things on last time, and always try to collect it back. And whenever I get success on getting those things or getting those things back to me, I always feel a sense of happiness. It is the proper answer. Okay, and for the sample answer or perfect answer, check the next slide. Question 5. How do you feel when you lose something important? Losing something important can evoke a range of emotion, but I often feel a mix of panic and frustration initially. The realization that I have misplaced a crucial item like my phone or wallet triggers a sense of anxiety because of the potential inconvenience and the time required to replace it. However, once the initial panic subsides, I try to stay calm and methodically search for the lost item. I remind myself that getting frustrated will not help the situation, and instead of focus on retracing my steps. When I finally find the lost item, the relief is immense, and it often serves a reminder to me to be more vigilant in the future. How does losing things affect people's lives? Losing things can significantly impact people's lives, both in practical and emotional terms. On a practical level, losing essential items like identification documents, keys, or a phone can cause major disruptions. For instance, one might have to spend time and money replacing these items, which can be a hassle. Emotionally, the experience can be quite stressful, especially if the lost item holds sentimental value or indispensable for daily activities. It can also lead to a feeling of guilt or self blame for being careless. Overall, while it might seem like a minor inconvenience, losing important items can have a considerable effect on one's routine and peace of mind. Question 7. Do you think people are more likely to lose things now compared to past? In many ways, people today might be more prone to losing things compared to the past. One reason is the sheer volume of personal items we carry around daily, such as smartphones, wallets, keys, and various electronic gadgets. The more items we have, the higher the likelihood of misplacing one. Additionally, modern life is often characterized by a fast paced, hectic lifestyle, which can lead to distraction and absent mindedness. On the flip side, advancement in technology such as tracking devices and applications have made it easier to locate lost items, which somewhat balances out the increased risk. Question 8. What strategies do you use to help remember where you put things? To ensure I remember where I put things, I rely on a few effective strategies. Firstly, I designate specific places for commonly used items. For example, I always leave my keys in a bowl by the front door and my phone on the nightstand. This habit minimizes the chances of misplacing them. Secondly, I use digital tools like reminder applications and note taking applications to keep track of where I have put less frequently used items. Additionally, I try to stay organized and clutter free as a tidy environment makes it easier to locate belongings. Employing these strategies can help me maintain a good level of order and reduce the likelihood of losing things. Question 9. Do you think children lose things more often than adults and why? Obviously, children tend to lose things more often than adults for several reasons. One primary reason is that children are generally less organized and have not yet developed the habits and systems that adults use to keep track of their belongings. They are also easily distracted and might not pay attention to where they place their items. Moreover, children often lead very active and dynamic lives, moving from one activity to another, which increases the chances of misplacing things. As they grew older and learn the importance of organization and mindfulness, they usually become better and keeping tracks of their possessions. Number 10. Do you think technology can help people find lost items? Absolutely. Technology has revolutionized the way we locate lost items. Devices like Bluetooth trackers, such as Tile or Apple's AirTag, have become incredibly popular. These gadgets can be attached to keys, wallets, or even pads, and they connect to a smartphone apps that allows you to track the item's location. Additionally, many smartphones now come with built-in features like Find My Phone or Find My Device for Android, which enables users to locate their phones if they go missing. Such technological advancements have made it significantly easier to recover lost belongings, thereby reducing the stress and inconvenience associated with losing items. Number 11. What kinds of things do people often lose? People commonly lose items that they carry with them regularly and are small in size, making them easier to misplace. Keys, wallets, and mobile phones top the list of frequently lost items. Other commonly lost items include glasses, remote controls, and personal accessories like jewelry. Due to their everyday use and essential nature, the loss of these items can cause significant inconvenience. In workplace or school, items like pen, notebooks, and USB drives are often misplaced as well. The small size and regular use of these objects make them prone to being lost or forgotten. Question 12. Have you ever found something that someone had lost and what did you do? Of course, I once found a wallet on a park bench while jogging. The wallet contained cash, credit card, and an identification cards. My immediate reaction was to try to find the owner. Luckily, the ID card had an address on it, which was not too far from where I found the wallet. I decided to return the wallet directly to the address. When I arrived, the owner was extremely grateful and relieved. It was a rewarding experience knowing that I had helped someone recover their lost belonging and avoid the hassle and stress for replacing them. Question 13. How can losing things impact your daily life? Losing things can significantly disrupt your daily life. If you misplace an essential items like your phone or wallet, it can cause immediate inconvenience and stress. You may waste valuable time searching for the lost item, which can delay your plans or make you late for appointments. Moreover, losing important documents or keys can lead to security concern and additional cost associated with replacing them. On an emotional level, The frustration and anxiety stemming from losing something valuable can negatively affect your mood and productivity throughout the day. Do you think it's more important to prevent losing things or to have a system to find them? I believe both prevention and having a system to find lost items are crucial. Prevention is undoubtedly important. By saving organized and keeping track on belongings, you can minimize the chances of losing them. Designating specific spots for frequently used items and maintaining a tidy environment are effective preventive measures. However, despite our best efforts, items can still get misplaced. Therefore, having a reliable system to locate lost items is equally essential. Utilizing technology such as tracking devices and applications can provide peace of mind and quickly resolve the issue if something goes missing. Balancing both strategies ensures a comprehensive approach to managing and recovering lost items. So friends and my dear students, those were the some of the possible questions on the topic of losing things, and I hope you would have liked my way of teaching, or you would love my way of teaching. And if you really love or if you really enjoy, I would not say enjoy, but જો તમને આમાંથી કંઈ યુઝફુલ આઈડિયા ટિપ્સ ઓર ટેકનિક્સ મળી હોય કે જે તમને રિયલી ફીલ થયું હોય કે તમારો સ્કોર અપગ્રેડ કરવામાં હેલ્પ કરશે, તો અમારી ચેનલ યુટ્યુબ ચેનલ આર ઇન્ટરનેશનલને લાઇક શેર અને સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરવાનું ભૂલતા નહીં. અને પ્લસ તમારા કોન્ટેક્ટમાં જે સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ આઇલ્સ ક્રેક કરવાનું વિચારતા હોય ઇવન વિથ અ ગુડ સ્કોર ઇન ફર્સ્ટ અટેમ્પ્ટ, એમના સુધી આ ચેનલ પહોંચાડવાનું ભૂલતા નહીં. સો સ્ટે ટ્યુન, keep watching and stay with us as R International. We're going to be back soon with new tips, techniques and new videos on all the variety of topics.